know who we're playing, and really, really proud of our guys. Our guys did a great job of preparing this. But you could feel this was a playoff practice week, even with the holidays. They handled their business well.
And when you look at the last two halves of football that Tom Brady and your starters have played, what has clicked? What has finally gone right for you guys?
I think we've attacked more, and kept a really nice mix of protections, running the ball, taking our shots down the field, completing third down, making first downs on first and second down, and so we're an explosive football team, and when we can keep Tom standing, he's going to deliver for us.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, we'll go over to Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, congratulations on clinching. I just want to ask you about how clean a game and how clean the last few games have been offensively, to have as few turnovers as you had, not only from Tom, but from the entire team, and how that is how you want the team to be playing down the stretch.
There's no doubt. We had the one dumb penalty where we had an audible, and we didn't audible. We had a little illegal man downfield, and that wiped out a big game. But we've had good discipline. I didn't like the fiasco there after the interception. But overall, we've had good discipline. We're giving ourselves a chance to win.
Thanks, Bruce.
You bet.
All right, we'll go over to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach. I know that you were coaching against a skeleton crew of coaches this week because of COVID-19, but what can a win like this do in terms of momentum as you guys are approaching the end of the season? And, of course, you now have a playoff berth to focus on.
Yeah, it was a good win. It was exactly what we talked about. We wanted to go out and get a good start. We've deferred the kickoff most of this year. We decided to put our offense out there, and they delivered. So it was exactly what we needed. Our special teams were a little shaky today, and Ryan's been out. He just hates this turf, and it showed today. But I really wanted that goose egg, and then we gave up that punt return. But everything can't be perfect, but I'm always looking for perfect.
And I apologize if this was already asked. I had some audio issues initially, but for Tom Brady's 300th career game, for him to go out there and perform the way he did, how special was it for you to be part of that?
That was great. Anytime you have a 158 quarterback rating and throw for over 300 yards and a half back to back, it's pretty special. And he's a pretty special player.
Thank you, Coach.
We'll go to Ira Kaufman.
Hey, Bruce, talk a little bit about what this means to you personally. It's been 5 years for Bruce Arians to get back into the playoff hunt. And, Bruce, when you retired, you didn't know this day was ever going to come again. So what's it meant for Bruce Arians?
It means the world. And, this is why you coach. You want to get into a chance to win a championship. And, man, what a great group of guys we have to coach. And very resilient, a fun group of guys, and they know their business, and they do a great job. Ever since I've gotten to Tampa, we've never had to ask our guys to work hard. We've gotten smarter, and we've gotten more disciplined, and it's starting to show.
And Bruce, Derek Brooks told me this week that not only do you need to win, you need to win on style points. You need to put a dominant game together. And Bruce, was he right? Does this game really matter once the postseason comes along?
Yeah, it always matters. When you play a half like we did last week and then a half like we did this week, you start stacking those together, and pretty tough. We're going to be a pretty tough out. And, so I just like the way we're playing football right now in all three phases, although Ryan did struggle today.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thank you, Ira.
All right, we're going to go to Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Bruce, congratulations on the playoff berth today.
Thanks, Scott.
It looks like you guys have put the first quarter woes behind you with that 13-0 lead, eliminating that topic from our weekly conference calls. How good does it feel to get off to that dominant start, similar to how you guys started the season so hot in the first quarter?
Yeah, it was, we like to come out the second half, so we always defer the coin toss, try to score before the half and get the double score. This week we felt like we could attack, so we took the football if we won the coin toss, and our guys went out and went right down the field. It was something we needed desperately. Obviously, just so people quit talking about it. We've been winning, but we're not winning nice enough. But today, hopefully, it was nice enough.
And Bruce, you guys finished the year 6-2 on the road, which I believe ties a franchise record. And you guys were an impressive 5-3 on the road last year. You'll start the playoffs on the road and perhaps have to go the entire distance on the road in the postseason. What has worked so well for you on the road this year, and how might that help you in January?
Well, I think, we finally got used to playing in empty stadiums. It took a while. Today we had a lot of energy, and it's like, okay, we're learning how to play in these empty stadiums where there's absolutely no crowd. And it's different than having, a partial crowd. And I think, we've always been a good road team. Even in Arizona, we're a good road team. This year, without the crowd noise, it's so different. Every game's really a home game. It's just, hey, let's go play ball in the parking lot and let's go. So anytime you go 6-2 on the road, you should be in the playoffs. That's for sure.
Thank you, Bruce.
You bet, Scott.
All right, we'll go to Joey Knight.
Coach, you said you were cognizant of Mike being close to 1,000 yards, but you didn't want to force it. It didn't look like it was forced today. It looked like it just happened. What did you see?
Well, yeah, we knew, especially this team. Tom went against this defense for 20 years in New England, all the calls and everything, and he was very, very confident that we could get Mike the ball in this ball game. And then, it was forcing it to him in the second half. Every time Blaine had a chance, we were going to try to get Mike that record, and hopefully, I was hoping he'd get it today when I had to play him next week, but and everything next week will take care of itself. But I desperately want that to happen, and whatever he needs, 50 or whatever it is left, I'm sure Atlanta's not going to want to give it to him, so we'll have to find some creative ways to get it for him.
Hey, can you speak to just how some of the guys who haven't played very much played today, namely Blaine and Keyshawn?
Yeah, Blaine hadn't played in a year and a half, and people know how good Blaine Gabbert is. I mean, he can really spin a football, and it's a shame that one got knocked out of his hand because we'd have had another drive going. But yeah. And Keyshawn, we've known what Keyshawn is. It's just getting an opportunity. He's so quick and sudden, different style runner. Leonard's a big, powerful guy, and just gives us another good change of pace. And Herbie Miller, a bunch of young guys got out there today, and Tyler, great job, and Tanner Hudson. I mean, it's a bunch of good guys got to play this week.
All right, it's time for a few more. We're going to go over to Karen Loftus.
Hey, Coach. Something that struck me was just the efficiency of your offense, especially early in this game. I mean, most of your touchdown drives were about 2 or 3 minutes, with the exception of the one that was one play and the one that was a little bit over 4 minutes. Were you impressed with the efficiency and how quickly you guys were able to get to the end zone?
Yeah, I think that's what we're capable of. If you can get first downs and chunk plays on first and second down, you can score faster and score more often. We went with no huddle, without fast break. We've been working on it for a few weeks just to get it in the game. And it was a really nice drive that we handled extremely well. So I was really happy to see that because we might use it in the playoffs.
All right, we'll go over to John Romano.
Hey, Bruce, it's been just under 2 years since you took this job. You're where you wanted to be all along now in the playoffs, but I'm sure it hasn't gone exactly the way you anticipated with the roster you've got. Could you just reflect on how this team has come together over the last 2 years with all the players coming and going?
Yeah, John, it was putting the secondary together first and letting them get baptized last year. And then hopefully we'll get Carlton back out there this week and bring them along, get a defense. We needed a defense. If we're going to win, I knew we'd score points. We've always scored points. It's just a matter of getting a defense, getting those guys re-signed. Hopefully we will keep them all here in this year and continue to build on defense. And then just add those pieces offensively. Obviously, Tom was huge. Rob was huge. And they were huge. They were more, we know how to win. That's what they brought. We know how to win. And Tom's done it a couple of times this year where we gotten down, brought us back. So, I like where we're at now in the second year. And I think we'll continue to build. Anything can happen. I've been a 6th seed, gone all the way to the Super Bowl and won it, and right here in this stadium. And so anything's possible. And now that we're in the dance, we got to see what next week brings and where we're going.
Thank you.
You bet, John.
All right, we'll close out with a question from Larry Legg.
Bruce, kind of funny to think about a pivotal moment early in the game, but having Detroit have the sack negated on that first drive and then jumping off sides when they were going to go for it, just, how those mistakes and the fact that you took advantage of it helped you get off to a fast start.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Their discipline or lack of helped us tremendously. And, it was exactly what we needed. And I think had he not jumped off sides, I think we would have had a better play. But they are what they are. We've had them go the other way, but I love what our guys did with that opportunity. Went straight down and scored.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.